whatever you want to say.
I was going to be totally false and facetious.
You couldn't be if you tried. That's why I picked you.
Right.
Let me know when you're
ready.
ready.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. Yeah.
You ready? Okay. Hi, my name is Mary, and I'm here at Solano with my friend
Pharaoh Brooks.
He's going to have you bring it right to your breastbone.
Here.
Right there.
Right here.
Not right against your body.
Right here.
So you talk over the mic.
I'm talking over the mic, and then when I pass it to him, it's the same.
Same thing. Yeah.
We got it.
Otherwise, you're going to get distortion.
Okay. It's hard to get it in here because of the sound.
The fans.
I know. There's like 5,000 of them. Ready? Said, hi, I'm here at Solano State Prison with my friend Farrell.
How you doing?
Well, Farrell, tell me a little bit about why you like doing Solano Shakespeare.
So, I believe it started with some of the silly exercises we used to do, and it forced you to just throw yourself into these silly little exercises. And what I learned is, in these silly exercises, I was learning how to act. And so I began to learn this without consciously thinking I was learning something.
And how long have you been doing this?
This is our 7th or 8th season. Then we're a little behind because of COVID. So this might be like the 9th or 10th year or something like that. Yeah.
So it seems to me, your comments after the play, that you got a lot more out of it than just learning Shakespeare or how to act. What are the other lessons you learned from participating in this activity?
So learning to trust people, working with others, believing in a process. You have goal setting. You have making time and focusing on an event. You got to be resilient. Like we had some COVID quarantine moments, but to persist. This wasn't the ideal situation or circumstances, but to continue on. We had people that frankly couldn't even read that well. And so how do we do this and pull this off? So just continuing and trusting the process and helping and aiding and assisting and not giving up and being empathetic and just being willing to do the best that you can with what you have.
Wow, that's a mouthful. Well, thank you so much for allowing me for you to share your thoughts with me and to celebrate what we've got going on here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Another victim. Why? You what? Okay. That's okay. Okay. Who else can I get? I get Alejandro, but he can't speak English.
Maybe then, those of you who are down on love.
Can I interview you?
Sure. Identical twins. Ladies and gentlemen and gentlefolk, this is 12th night. We begin as all great stories do.
Hi, my name is Mary, and I'm here at Solano State Prison with my friend.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Bruce. Now I'm also here at Solano with my friends.
So you just finished a Shakespeare play that you've been learning here at San Quentin, and your performance was amazing. So tell us a little bit about your experience.
Well, would you like me to hold that? You got it. Well, for me, it was challenging. Sorry about that. I self-doubted myself and my abilities when I was growing up. When my father left me, I didn't think I could do this. So one day I saw this play on the level 3, and I met Pharaoh and Mrs. Leslie of Mary and Shakespeare. They told me to try it. I was very reluctant. She told me she wouldn't give me a big spot. So I started off being a security guard. I didn't see this coming. In the third play, she put me in the second lead role. I was thinking about leaving. I said, I don't know if I could do this. But thanks to Pharaoh and the fine young men, Mr. Wynn, they helped me overcome that fear. And that's why I'm here today. I understand this is a challenge for me, but I never want to give up because I want to be a success in my life. And that is be successful to be a better person. Today, that's what Shakespeare had done for me, giving me so much high self-esteem of myself, self-worth, that I feel good today.
Well, I have to tell you, as the number 2 spot, you did an amazing job. You were awesome. And no one would ever know that you had any self-doubt or any low self-esteem at all, because you took command of that role and you owned it, and you were amazing. So what else did you get besides learning a little Shakespeare out of this experience?
What else did I get? Well, I got a lot of vulnerability. I got a lot of love. And I also have a lot of patience out of this. And what also growth. Growth is one beautiful thing I look at today. Well, I can move forward and hopefully have my journey going home and going back to the military on base, do Veterans Healing Veterans, be a trauma counselor. Going to college today because of Shakespeare as well. So that's what I got out of it. It's beautiful. I feel good today. That's why I'm a little tired, because I'm still in college. I'm doing what they call statistics, math, but I'm enjoying it. Yes, we can hear him very well. So I want to say yes, that's what I got out of Shakespeare. And meeting wonderful people as yourself, and I'm glad that everybody showed up to support us. Support this, because this is a wonderful thing that reaches out not only to me, but others as well.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on your performance today, and I wish you well in your future.
Mary?
Mary.
Pleasure. Thanks for that. I thought I did that.
Okay? Can I do one more? Okay, good. Can I interview you?
Yes, it's right.
I would love to. So you can take off your mask, so we can see your whole face. Great.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm just going to ask you about the performance today and other things. Ready?
The earth, wind, and fire in your kiss. My love, go if you must, only leave your smile to live my heart. Your kiss on the lip to heal my spirit.
Yay down the
Okay.
Your sweet voice
No, it's okay.
is my endless
Oh, thank you.
Instead of an oak tree, you carved your name, you carved your name on the sandy beach. Although the waves washed you gently away, you are still there. Surely a swan cannot forget his wings once he has flown and danced between clouds. I should miss you and even dream of you, with your skin so evenly bright, and our love like gunpowder explodes in pure ecstasy.
Wow. That's what we have to look forward to in a few minutes. Right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, here we go, music. Okay. So, here we are at Solano State Prison. My name is Mary, and we just watched you in a Shakespearean play with Marin Shakespeare. And so I just wanted to introduce myself, and I'm with my new friend.
Lewis Branch.
So Lewis, you had quite a role in this play, and then you also had a lot of insights in what happened in your comments after the play. So tell me a little bit about why you do Shakespeare here, and tell me how much you enjoyed or what you got out of the role you just played.
Well, I do Shakespeare because there's something inside me that just wants to express itself, and it comes out. Now, I found just a tremendous amount of encouragement from Leslie and from Marin Shakespeare and just in general, and Alejandra. And so I enjoyed the connectiveness, being a team with a role to play, being part of something that's larger than yourself.
You also had some insights on your fellow cast members. It seems like you're a pretty good people study.
Well, thank you. I noticed that they were struggling with their lines. And so one of the things you want to do is you want to find out about yourself. And so this is another journey that you find in working with Shakespeare and other people. They weren't performing their lines up to what I felt, in my haughty, arrogant way, what should have been their standards. And it caused me a lot of frustration. And then all of a sudden I just realized that this was a comedy. We were having fun. Right. And it was just a tremendous relief. And I just fell out with humor and I laughed for about 30 to 1 minute. And then after that, everything was just fine. It was just wonderful. It was joyous.
Well, you could I could tell by sitting in the front row and watching you how much you were enjoying the play. You had a lot of responsibility in this play, and you seem to wear that as a mantle very well. So tell me a little bit about how you took this so seriously.
Well, because it mirrors Caesar, of course. Caesar and a kingpin, and in prison we have shot callers and things like that. So that's why I wanted the audience to see themselves in the play that we were in, the echo, right, in the day rooms. That was very attractive for me, and I just wanted to commit myself to being authentic in that particular role as Big Blue, the dope dealer, who plotted also to have Listo, who was really Caesar, killed.
Well, thank you very much. It was masterful, and I look forward to your next one.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mary.
Aren't these guys great?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff in there. Do I have time for one more? Do you want to be interviewed?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to ask you a little bit about your button your shirt, so you look like a guy. It's pulled together. Okay, so my name's Mary, and I'm going to introduce myself and then have you talk, and I'm going to ask you a few questions just about your performance today and the experience. Okay, so. Hi, I'm Mary here at Solano State Prison. I'm here with my new friend.
Virgil Jason Clark.
So, Fredrickson?
Virgil.
Rogel, how do you spell that?
Virgil.
Virgil. We got a Virgil here. Okay, so Virgil, I watched you in the play, and you had a pretty big role. You played several roles, actually. What was that like for you?
For me, it was pretty cathartic because I get to be somewhere else and someone else, rather than just another inmate in prison. Here, when they treat us like humans, and I get to experience a joy of performing, which I never knew before. A time that I didn't know I had.
Well, it was obvious the way you kept all of your roles straight that you had a lot of work to do. Tell me a little bit of what it was like to do the Shakespeare play mirroring life in the prison.
Doing the Shakespeare play, it was fairly easy because I've been here for a while, over a couple of decades, so I see the politics that's going on in the play, so it kind of mirrored what Shakespeare was actually about and how they conspired against Caesar. So I thought it was an apt depiction of Caesar's life in the day room.
In the day room. So let me ask you this: what did you learn about your other cast members and the people in the audience that watch you and the staff? What did you learn personally?
What I learned, that everybody put a lot into this. Even those I thought wouldn't remember their lines, they came prepared today to perform, and I believe they did a very good job. The staff, they put a lot of hard work into getting it done. With COVID and everything, the stops and the starts, and I'm trying to get back in it because Shakespeare means a lot to me. As I said before, it meant a lot.
Well, I was really impressed with all the different roles you were playing. I kept thinking, oh, he's over here, and now he's over here, and now he's in the commercial. I thought, wow, this guy's great. So thank you for your contributions, and I wish you well in your future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. You want to be interviewed as the background guy? Why not? You did all the sound. You got to watch it. I did. Okay. We don't need masks in these things.
What?
Yeah, no. So my name's Mary.
Mary,
Yeah.
Mary and Terry.
Mary and Terry. So my name is Mary, and I'm here at Solano State Prison. And I noticed you were doing all the sound for the play that we just watched. So what's your experience here with Shakespeare?
This is my first year actually doing sound for them. They came to me, approached me because the other guy had left, and I said, well, I'll step in and help out whatever you need me to do. But it was a great play. So, I was pleasantly surprised actually.
Do you have a background in working with sound?
Yes, I do. I've been doing music all my life, so it was a natural connection for us to come together and do music or do sound for them.
Well, lucky for Shakespeare that they found you to help them. So what do you think about this program here as a program at the jail?
I think Shakespeare is a unique program. I think it allows you to step out your comfort zone, allows you to break a lot of barriers and reach into places where you don't necessarily think you would reach, given us being in prison.
What do you think it does for the people that are actually in the play?
Oh, I think it's a confidence builder. I definitely think it's a confidence builder.
What else?
I believe it just breaks down diversity. It breaks down walls, breaks down barriers. I believe it breaks down a lot of barriers.
So are you going to continue to do sound for?
Yes, I am. As long as they allow me to.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you,
and thank you for helping out with this program.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Are we good? Okay, I think we're good.
Do more.
We can do more? Find more people that we can talk to. Would you like to be interviewed?
Yeah, sure.
Come on back.
All right.
You can take off your mask.
Okay.
All the way off. We want to see you all the way off. All the way off. I want to see your face. We're going to be. So, what is your name?
Rudy Murphy.
Rudy. I'm Mary.
Mary, okay.
Yeah, okay. Ready to go? So, hi, Rudy. Here we are at Solano State Prison. You just finished a Shakespeare play, and it was Julius Caesar, and you played many roles in that play. I want to hear about your experience.
Okay, so we're just actually coming off of a play we did Tuesday night where I had a lead, and there are a lot of guys up here who are doing double time. So this is my second year. We did have a program here called POS, which is Performances at Solano, where a lot of guys write their own plays, and Marin Shakespeare would come in and help us put them on. That's where I began to heal for myself. This program has allowed me to connect the dots for a painful, traumatic past where the only way I viewed relationships was through drugs. And that came from shooting my dad up at 6 years old to learn how to, okay, that's how you create a relationship. So this program has allowed me to say, no, there's a more direct way to do that now. And I didn't have that tool. I was in a lot of distortion. So this program allowed me to just strip away and just be me and create my own characters and my own imagination, as kind of like reliving a childhood that you didn't get. To have it now is kind of like I get it.
That's pretty powerful stuff.
It's I think everyone here in the program has a story. I think that's what makes it special. A lot of these guys are coming out of their shell for the first time, to Santiago, Shalabra Stogie, and for them to join us speaks volumes for their courage to step out away from the dynamics on the yard and come in here and just present something and give something back to the community that we wouldn't have normally had a chance to. This isn't a chance that we gave ourselves on the street. So now to come here as an LWOP, which is Life Without Parole, I look forward to this every year. There isn't a lot of programs for us at this particular institution. That doesn't say we can't program. It's just that we have to find innovative ways, such as POS, performances at Solano, such as creative writing, such as L2 Shakespeare, and other programs.
Well, you had played so many roles. I think the interesting part was how you took this play, you and your castmates took the play of Julius Caesar, and you made a parallel to the Yard. And tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so there's a scene when they're talking about what happens on the other side of the yard. So that wasn't in there. So I actually wrote their dialogue. They wanted more meat and potatoes and more correlation to Julius Caesar. So those watching it would say, okay, how can I adapt it to today's environment, which is the prison environment? And a lot of that goes on the yard, where it's always someone that worries about what's going on in a different area. But that's just normal. On the streets, prison is society condensed. So in here, they don't think that. I mean, all they see is a lot of negative on the news. But there's a lot of positive that goes on, and that when we cross lines and are able to meet each other, see each other as humans instead of just an enemy, creative things happen. So that's what I learned.
That's a pretty powerful statement to say that this is society condensed.
Yeah, it's if you think about it, it has its own hierarchy, its own environment. And for the LWAP who lives in here, we see it as more of, this is our home. Unfortunately, we're taken out of society and say this is where you're going to stay. So we look at this as, okay, we have to be here for the duration. A lot of people come and they go through, they come back, which is unfortunate. But for us who have to stay here and pretty much live out our lives, we have two choices. One, continue to maintain a negative mindset, continue to live how we want to live, or change for the sake of changing. And a lot of the guys who've been in Shakespeare who have gotten out have not come back. The recidivism rate, I think, is below 1%. And these women who come in, they want us to check in and give us the opportunity to be around a different mindset of people. And it's just unrealistic to think that you can have someone in prison change their mind without having the right tools and the right assets to make better decisions. We only live off the decisions that we've made through our experience. And for some of us, our experience is traumatic, ACEs, which is adverse childhood experiences. So I'm learning about bereavement and just a lot of issues that I didn't think I had. So now that I'm able to identify them and working on them has taken a lot of mental block out and allowed me to do things I didn't think was possible. We've written 5 plays for POS, and we put them on, like the one we did last night, which was for veterans, PTSD, and knowing that more veterans commit suicide than the average civilian, which thinking about my father, I understand why his trauma was passed on to me through his actions. So I don't blame him, but I wish that the juvenile justice system had more checks and balances when it comes to kids like me growing up through the system from 6, 7, 8, 9, because if not, this is where you end up for the rest of your life.
Well, I think that should be on the front page of the paper. I want to thank you.
Well, we have a paper here. We're still trying to get it going.
I mean, like the New York Times.
Get out. Get out of here.
No, thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you. I'm going to cry. Oh, God, I got it. Thank you. Oh.
How old are your kids?
13 and 15. 15.
All the way up.
My name is Arno, A-R-N-O.
Arno, my name's Mary. Like the Arno River
There is an Arno
in
there.
Italy.
Yes, but my grandfather's name, I'm Armenian. There was a composer. That was his first name.
Well, my name's Mary, and I'm here with my friend Arno. We're at the Solano State Prison. Arno's getting ready to perform. So tell us a little bit about what roles you're going to play and what you're going to be doing for the next play.
Okay, I'll be playing in a play called The 12th Night, and I'm the brother of Viola. I'm playing Sebastian, and thus far I have a few lines. I just want to make sure they're all hurt, It'll be a little loud in here, but I'm very excited for this opportunity. First time on stage in prison in Solano, and this is all post-COVID, so we're all nervous and we're ready to go.
How many plays have you been in Shakespeare?
This is my first play ever in my life. You know, first time ever dealing with Shakespearean lines, and I'm very excited for this opportunity.
So, what are you getting out of doing this? You're sticking with it.
Well, at first I signed up because I wanted to go home earlier. They provide rec credits, you know, and they give you some time off. But now I'm all in it. You know, it's beyond the good time. It's a very humbling experience, and I'm challenging myself, and I want my kids out there, my daughter Liliana and my son Christopher. They'll be watching this play on YouTube, and I want to have them see their dad in prison performing. Thank you.
They'll be so very proud of you. I can't wait to see your performance. Thank you so much for letting me interview you.
Thank you,
and
Mary.
I'll talk to you again.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Mhm.